Hello, my name is Dan Vertis, and this is the demo of my WPF project. It just so happens that I like Lego bricks a lot. So I decided that I would make a database to store information about the types of Lego brick sets that I have. So here we go. I have my menu item. I have my context menu inside my list view. I do have a database set up to store my data, which is where all this is coming from. I did make a custom numeric text box for when I'm adding new records. I have a couple numeric fields, so I wanted to make sure that these remained that way. Um, I did capture the data object pasting event so that you cannot paste letters into my numeric text boxes. I did implement the sort adorner for sorting, and I have a background image for my stack panel. Hopefully I didn't violate any copyright issues. um, so here, let me just go ahead and add a new item. So I have item numbers. I have a spreadsheet where I have all this information stored. So I just go ahead and enter my data here. My piece count, oh, that's a little tiny one. It's the Lego movie theme, and it was released in 2015. So I can add, and here we go. Here's the double-decker couch. And if I decide that, oh, well, maybe I decided to sell off one of my sets on Craigslist or whatever, like that would ever happen, I could then delete the record from my database. There's delete. I mean, I'm sure we've all seen this before. It looks familiar. So a lot of my difficulties revolved around setting up this application to connect to the database in the first place. And I did struggle with making my numeric text boxes work the way I wanted. I tried many different ways of doing it, and I finally found one that worked. But my major difficulty was not asking for help, and that was my own fault. Silly me, but that's what it was. Now, for some of the things I would do differently, sorry if I'm speaking too quickly. So you may have noticed that when I was adding a new record, that here's the theme. Well, I really should have normalized the database and made a separate data table to store the theme. And I did not do that. I was having difficulty trying to set up I wanted a combo box to store theme and have that pulled from a different table. So the user would be limited to selecting from the provided themes. Then I would also go on to add an ability to add themes to the database. I couldn't figure that out. I was getting frustrated, decided not to do it. And then I could also validate the year released, and you can find out the first release date of any Lego brick set, and then you can limit it to between the first release of a brick set and the current date. So that's pretty much it. Thank you for listening.